Okay, to begin with, we would want you to keep your tree's roots moist at all times, from the time you get them from the nursery till you get ready to plant them. We don't want them laying around getting dry at all. The tree might survive, but we want the trees to grow real well. We want them to grow perfectly. And so to do that, we want to keep them moist so that all these little hair roots will not dry up and die. We need to dig the hole about 22 inches deep. This tree measures 22 inches from where we'd like it to be. And if you dig the hole too deep and leave a lot of loose soil in the bottom, the tree is going to sink the first time you water it or it rains, and it's going to end up too deep. When it's all said and done, we'd like the actual field level to be about here, with the roots actually showing. We're going to heap the soil up, though, to cover it well. We got to get that clear, that if you leave these roots exposed, where we'd like them to show in 7, 8 years, they probably won't grow. So to begin with, you must fill them up here quite high. So the hole is dug with a 2-foot auger, and that will pretty much accommodate those roots. Some people believe you should go snip the end off of all the roots before you plant a tree. We don't believe that. So we've got the planting board, and you see we've added some blocks on here to get a little more elevation, and it's probably not going to be high enough, but it does. So, and we rotate the tree around, and the hole is never quite in the middle of the spot it should be in. So if we got a longer root, we'll put it where the hole is a little bit bigger. Now, walnut tree will grow, but we want it to grow perfectly. You see, I'm spreading these little roots even. We don't want to plant it like you're putting a string mop in the hole and shoveling it full of dirt. We want these roots to look like they were when they're growing in the nursery, if we want the tree to grow perfectly, as good as it possibly can. So, and you notice that we're firming the soil here a little bit, and put a little more soil in, and so, as I say, we firm it a little bit here, and this really, it looks kind of slow and pitiful because we're doing it slow and carefully. It can be done quickly if everybody knows what they're doing. A little dirt there, and a little dirt here, and a little firming there. Not a whole lot. A little spreading, and well, now you see the tree is standing up by itself pretty well, so we can take that board away. So we about got it. This is a paradox hybrid walnut seedling, and our plan is to whip graft it this spring. And so we, no matter how careful we are, we've probably lost 3/4 of the root system or more, and so we don't want to leave a full-length tree because the root system might not support it. So we're not on the seedlings. When we don't count buds. When you're planting nursery grafted trees, you count how many buds you've got and leave 4 or 6 or something. In paradox seedlings, there's quite a bunch of buds. But anyhow, we cut it off about there. If it were see, this is a 7/8 caliper tree. If it was a 3/4 one, we'd probably cut it a little more. And if it was a little 1/2-inch tree, we'd cut it way down. And another thing I'd like to say is that if you can't quite decide whether you should cut it here or here, well, cut it down there. Don't move up, move down. If there's any question at all, move down. You can't cut them too short, really. Okay, so we're ready to paint. This is the crown of the tree, and if we don't paint it white clear here into the roots, and this dirt that we're going to heap up on it blows away, or birds scratch it away, or whatever, irrigation knocks it down, then this is exposed and it will sunburn. and that's not going to be good. And this is white latex paint, about 50-50 with water, and so we get right down here in the roots, and so that's it. So now, boy, that's a spot, huh? Okay. So that's it. And as soon as the paint dries, we'll heap the dirt up on it. So we just have to wait for the paint to dry, and then we want to heap the soil clear up to here, so that the crown is well covered. I've noticed over the years that if the crown is dry, the trees are not going to grow. If you firm the soil as you plant, the water should not run down there like it went down a gopher hole. I've seen a lot of people that when they plant trees and they put the water on, you think there's a gopher hole under every tree because they didn't firm the soil, and there's so much soil collapsing and all that. And I don't think that's the best way to plant trees. The soil was ideal moisture, I would say, so it doesn't need much. Oh, there goes the water down the hole, like that gopher hole I talked about. Our plan is to graft this tree in the spring, and we'll graft it along and make a little fresh cut and graft it, and hopefully it'll grow 6 or 8 feet this coming summer. Sometimes people like to let them grow a year, and then they either bud them this next fall or graft them the following spring. And so if you're going to do that, you're going to leave them another year. When they push out 4 or 5 shoots here, and they get out here 4, 5, 6 inches long, you pick out the one that is growing the straightest and strongest, and maybe the top one and maybe a lower one, and pinch the tip off of the other ones so that you get most of the growth in the one shoot. Otherwise, you're going to have a bushy, fuzzy little thing that the grafter is probably not going to like, or the budder is not going to like. They want one nice big shoot. So now, if you don't prune them to one shoot, the grafter next year still could come back and graft into this older wood, but it might be quite large and they won't like it. Mm-hmm. I've been planting them since planting trees out in the orchard since 1952.